Reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. Thus says the Lord, Lo, I am about to create new heavens and a new earth. The things of the past shall not be remembered or come to mind. Instead, there shall always be rejoicing and happiness in what I create. For I create Jerusalem to be a joy, and its people to be a delight. I will rejoice in Jerusalem, exult in my people. No longer shall the sound of weeping be heard there, or the sound of crying. No longer shall there be in it an infant who lives but a few days, or an old man who does not round out his full lifetime. He dies a mere youth who reaches but 100 years. And he who fails of 100 shall be thought accursed. They shall live in the houses they build. They shall eat the fruit of the vineyards they plant. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Our response, I will praise you, Lord, for you have rescued me.
I will praise you, Lord, for you have rescued me.
I will extol you, O Lord, for you drew me clear and did not let my enemies rejoice over me. O Lord, you brought me up from the netherworld. You preserved me from among those going down into the pit.
I will praise you, Lord, for you have rescued me.
Sing praise to the Lord, you, his faithful ones, and give thanks to his holy name. For his anger lasts but a moment, a lifetime is goodwill. At nightfall, weeping enters in, but with the dawn, rejoicing. I will thank you,
Lord, for you have rescued me.
Hear me, O Lord, and have pity on me. O Lord, be my helper. You changed my mourning into dancing. O Lord, my God, forever will I give you thanks.
I will praise you, Lord, for you have rescued me.
Glory and praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Glory and praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Seek good and not evil, so that you may live, and the Lord will be with you.
Glory and praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
At that time, Jesus left Samaria for Galilee, for Jesus himself testified that a prophet has no honor in his native place. When he came into Galilee, the Galileans welcomed him, since they had seen all he had done in Jerusalem at the feast, for they themselves had gone to the feast. Then he returned to Cana in Galilee, where he had made the water wine. Now there was a royal official whose son was ill in Capernaum. When he heard that Jesus had arrived in Galilee from Judea, he went to him and asked him to come down and heal his son, who was near death. Jesus said to him, "Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will not believe." The royal official said to him, "Sir, come down before my child dies." Jesus said to him, "You may go. Your son will live." The man believed that what Jesus said to him and left. While the man was on his way back, His slaves met him and told him that his boy would live. He asked them when he began to recover. They told him, "The fever left him yesterday, about 1 in the afternoon." The father realized that just at that time, Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." And he and his whole household came to believe. Now this was the second sign Jesus did when he came to Galilee from Judea. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
There are two things that I wanted to point out in today's Gospel. There's so many things, but two things that I found very important. The first one, we are so accustomed to seeing Jesus very merciful, very compassionate, slow to anger, easy to forgive. And every so often, like today's Gospel, and even another Gospel, for example, when that woman asked for a healing, and Jesus practically called her a dog. It's not good to throw food from the children, the children's food to dogs. And Jesus today, we could say a little harsh. Here this man wanted a healing for his son, and Jesus right away, unless you people see signs. But the man was persistent, and even though he heard those words, he said, please, sir, please come down and heal my son. So we see that Jesus is more concerned with faith than with healing. So I believe that's the first lesson. Jesus is more concerned with our faith than with our healing. That's more important. Our good health is not going to get us to the kingdom, to heaven, but it's our faith. The man believed, Jesus healed, and so they're both winners. The other thing I wanted to point out was very interesting that Jesus performs this miracle without leaving Cana. He came into Cana. The man wanted him to come down to Capernaum, and Jesus just says, "Go, your son will live." Jesus performs this miracle without leaving where he was. So for us, what can we do for others without leaving our homes during this time, where we are all told to stay home? It seems like we're kind of helpless. What can we do here from the Friary? What can you people at home, what can you do from home? Well, here in the Friary, for those of you that are watching at home, Father Robert, feel like there was something we should give to the people that would fill this chapel every day. And so what we're doing now, streaming this mass, these words, this gospel. He asked Giovanni to set up this YouTube, so those of you at home can watch this. What can you do from your home? Well, I think the most important thing is pray. What we can do is pray. Be united with the church. The Pope, has often asked us to pray with him, and once again, on the 25th, he asked us to pray with him at 12 noon. To pray in Our Father at noontime for the world. What can we do from our home? We can call maybe a person that's by themselves, a person that is living by themselves, see how they're doing, call them up. There's a lot we can do from home. Pray and be concerned for others. Generosity and love has no limits, and that's what we see with Jesus in today's gospel, and that's what we should do too. A loving heart always has something to give.